Everybody all over the world. Welcome to the first take of this stream because my audio settings were not reset in the last Windows update. This episode is brought to you by fucking nobody. It's just me. Think about that. So today's episode was about playing Spy and sapping the engineer stuff, basically. So we go into the first demo of the day. For reals this time, and hopefully everything sounds good, because I love it when Windows decides to reset settings. Alright, so let's take a look here. Here we go. So starting off, it's going to be me playing as the Spy, and here we have Get Down, Mr. President. So, getting a double stab, and here they have engineer stuff. So basically, it's a bit hard to do these episodes that we've done because it always relies on you having teammates and other stuff to do, and here it's basically the enemy just has to have stuff in them. So here we go, jumping down, doing all the saps. My teammate comes in, kills it, and I get hit by a random crit, and we get a perfect kill cam. All right, cool. Great, so that was the introduction. Wasn't much of a Sap'n Stab, more than it was just like a sap and die. And then get a cool kill cam. So, moving on, we're gonna go into the user submitted portion. We got a few of them here. So, this is gonna be Rattle Wrench starting us off as usual, because he's at the top normally. He's gonna be playing Spy here on Upward. And he's going to be running forward. So it's always easier to do this when you're on attack, because usually there's not that much to stab and harass when you're defending as a Spy. But on offense, there's tons of stuff to do. So he just goes by. And this is the part where he kind of just hangs out for a while. So there's two sentries and an engineer. There's a bunch of other red dudes as a soldier as well. So right now he's by himself. So if he were to engage, it would be him versus two sentries, an engineer, sniper, and a scout. So that's like a 4v1 plus the pyro and another engineer and another sniper. So if he would have gone in there, he would have been absolutely screwed. He might have been able to get a stab and do that. So there's not much he can do. So we're just going to fast forward a little bit to see if his team creates an opening. But this is a nice little spot. You can do a nice little harassment place. You can actually sap buildings. And of course, the other teams, bad guys, they are like dogs. They can't look up. They just see what's in front of them. He just goes for a stab, destroys them, goes down, goes for the building. And he goes down, as does the gun. So that was just sap. It hasn't been much stabbing yet. It's just been saps. Zap with a Z. So, so that's cool. Let's see how he does with what I mentioned earlier with harassing teleporters. So now this is Badwater, Rattle Wrench still, and he is playing Spy on defense. Gonna be sneaking by here, and of course this is casual, so you gotta be ready for having like at least 3 other spies on your team. We know that you have 2 or more. And see, oh, engineer. All right, so. Not going to go too into it, but right now the effectiveness of Rattle Wrench is fairly low considering he's a Spy not doing anything, so he might have been better playing any other class. Might have been pretty good for him. So he's just hanging out. You can see there's snipers and stuff, but he knows the mission. The mission is to harass Stap and Sap. Or Sap'n Stab. So he's going to go and, oh, there's a couple of medics. Prime targets. Nope. We got to work on the teleporters. Got it. Nice. Alright, nobody saw that. Switch around. Alright, so we're just going to wait for them to go past the teleporter. And taking that down too. Oh. Don't think anyone saw us. We're going to move a little bit in case anyone saw anything. And you got a sniper, like, apologizing for body shots. And oh, he saw us! Oh, darn. Darn. Gosh darn it. Well, it's a prime place like any, I guess. Oh, it's being repaired. Yeah, we got it anyway. Nice. This one. Yeah. Teleportal denial. Thank you. Then we go and grab this. Of course, the stipulations were that you had to use stock wrench. No, it's a stock wrench. Stock knife, stock revolver. But you could either use Inviswatch or just using the voice commands to attract the engineer. It's either that, the cloak and dagger, or the regular Inviswatch was the stipulation. Because normally people were using all kinds of other fancy stuff. But he's just spending a lot of time doing nothing.
Well played.
This engineer.
Sentry down. You have done well.
They're being so polite to each other.
But of course.
So
Teleporter down. Fine job.
it's like watching like a kindergarten parade or like a kindergarten excursion or something. So we hadn't had a single stab, not a single stab. That's about to change. That's about to change. We got the perfect distraction, and we're gonna. All right, so now they think he's dead because that was the other spy. So you're now dead, and that's a spy. Use the revolver. Can't aim for shit because the aiming on that thing sucks. Got flying pyros. Oh, careful for that soldier. So, being useless, among other things, is exactly what Rattle Wrench is being right now. So if you are this kind of spy, you should play like sniper or anything that can shoot from a distance. Like he isn't doing anything. Oh, great, a stab, cool, good, top, you got it. You're not gonna follow it up with the second stab? No? All right, wait. Yeah, good job. They're about to win because the team sucks anyways. I doubt it matters. Gonna go in and miss the stab and die to a soldier whose name was Super 6 006. Man, that was cool. Wasn't it? That was great. Send that to me, please. So the next one is actually a kind of a cool trick we've seen before, but you should be aware of that, especially if you're on the receiving end, being the engineer here. So here we have Rattle Wrench. That's the last one for him, I think. And this is on upward. And of course, his team has a buttload of spies, because that's always what you have tons of. And then he's just observing a bit. He's like, all right, I can stab that guy. And this is how you escape, by not escaping. So this scout's on your ass, and he doesn't know which cloak you're running. So he's like, all right, well, he's here, and then you just hide in the corner, and he's like, well, I guess the spy ran off. I'm not going to waste any more time. And then you're like, hey, I'm still at spawn. Get moving. You can see there's tons of stuff. So just going to crouch. Keep in mind, it's very effective to just run past here at any point in time, which he eventually does. And now nobody knows that he's there because he's invisible. No one in the world knows except us. And he's taking his time once again. You know, he's in a rush. And, oh, he bumped the sniper. And now they know he's there. Fuck, shit, ass.
No. Nice shot.
Alright, so.
No way.
Okay, so. We know that they have tons of stuff. And if you try to go for a sap right there, bad stuff might happen. So he's going to go and run back to the enemy base. And this is a neat little trick you can do. Like, teleporter, better destroy that as quickly as possible. So he decides to just go for this instead. And now the engineer is repairing. And then when the engineer thinks it's about to blow up, you just stand on it. And see that? That's a telefrag. Boom, engineer's dead. And now he could go and sap the rest, but he decides to shoot the soldier and get shot and fucking killed. But that's a neat little trick you can do, especially if you're the engineer. Don't stand on top of the exit. A lot of you probably know this, but never stand on top of the exit. And also, let's say in this case, he went invisible and then go through the teleporter. You won't see the guy coming through the teleporter as an engineer, so be sure to just whack or shoot the empty space if it looks like your teleporter has been used but nobody's come through. So that's a little trick you can do there. Right. So, moving on, this is going to be Gray, and he's playing here on Frontier, a map that a lot of you like to play on for some reason, even though the map sucks. It's an uphill battle for blue team entirely, and If blue team ever won, it's because the red team is bad. If it's equal team, red teams will win every time. All right, so he has the big kill, which is a reskin for the revolver, so I will allow it. And people seem to know what's up, and you can see they don't spend additional time, and he's also using the cloak and dagger. He's heavy, and he's just observing for the moment, looking for the moment to strike, and of course any time being spent like this could be spent on another class actually doing stuff. So the sniper misses the jump, and you missed the sniper shot, but that's okay, we kill him with the revolver, that's why we have it. There we go, and it goes in, and okay, so, execution is important, so shoot the guy in the dick, stab that guy in the back, and then... Stair stab, tricked, outplayed. And then... now we have the Sap'n Stab. Alright. Question, what do? You are a spy and you see this. You have an engineer with a poorly placed everything. And it's just you and him and he knows you're there. Alright. Okay. So he goes for the sap and the misstab and then the butter knife and then the other sap. Just to add insult to injury. What he's doing, and then of course using the revolver because you can see the enemy's health. And he's actually using the revolver quite effectively just to do potshot damage, and any kind of damage you can do is good because you spend an obnoxiously amount of time running around doing nothing. And then he dies. To the... Shut up. Was that the engineer? Was it the engineer's eye? Did he switch to soldier? Is that what happened? Not sure. You can go back and check. I can't. So we're gonna see some more from Gray here as we go on, and we're gonna see some more spy action and see exactly what's up. All right, so this is gonna be Snowy Coast. He's on attack, and this is gonna be quite good. Okay, so he's gonna go and announce his presence to the scout, and he's gonna go around and pick this up. And quite not sure which exit the enemy teams are coming from, but it's not that one. Oh, there's an engineer.
Oh, not the pocket!
We're spending a lot of time accomplishing nothing. Oh, there's a gun. And then the stab, sap, and the drop. Stab, sap, and drop, and then the corner stab into getting shot by a sentry. So, if we go, let's go back a little bit on that one for study. So there's actually something a lot of you know, but I'm guessing if you're new to this and you don't watch spy guides intensely, there's you actually have time to sap and stab, or stab and sap, because the gun actually turns fairly slowly. You can actually run in circles. So he starts off by missing the sap and then goes for a stab, and you can see how insanely close the gun is to shooting you, but he runs in the same direction as the gun is turning, makes it so the gun can't catch up, and then he shoots a medic with 21 health, and then the medic drops the Uber, and of course he just stabs a spy that happens to run by, and then he dies. So that little tip, a lot of you can probably do this, but I think a lot of people don't actually know that you have to run with the turning, and it doesn't turn always the same way. It turns whatever's shortest, so be aware of that. You can also jump on top of the sentry and do fancy schmancy stuff there as well. So just have that in mind. Yes, cool, great. So next one up is Gray still. It's gonna be taking care of another sentry for us. So he's gonna go up here. And does this look familiar? Because it's exactly the same as the last time. Let me load the correct one. Yeah. All right, so here we are on Gorge. Gonna keep on dancing like super fast. Top of the locker. There we go, going out. Sweet. So, as a spy in the opening act, you don't really have to deal much. I would say don't play spy unless there's like a, well, unless you want to, but if you want to be an effective spy, don't play spy like those guys right there. But don't play spy unless there's like an obstacle your team can't get past. Like you try a couple of pushes and it just doesn't work, then maybe it's time for a spy to do something. So, here we go. We're just gonna run past here, and we have probably the greatest escapes I've seen in a while. So there's a ton of shit. Just bunch of dudes. Alright, so what can you do as a spy here? It's gonna decloak here, and of course, I think the pyro sees him, or he should see him. So, what do? Well, go for the safe approach, which is to sap first, then miss the stab. Sap the second one. Here comes the pyro. Oh crap. Get air blasted. Shoot the engineer. The gun is repaired. And then shoot the gun. 50 health. Cloak. Get covered in Girardi. And escape.
What?
How? That shouldn't have happened. He should have died there, but he was lucky. Killing the other guy as well. So sometimes you can get lucky. Most times when you're lit on fire and everybody knows you're there,
Teamwork.
this is what saves you. So then he keeps on going. Gonna go to last. Stop any kind of engineers. Because you can see, like, if you don't take the opportunity to go right away and fuck with their last, then they're gonna have level 3s and stuff. But because he's here already, he goes for the safe approach, which is to stab, shoot. There we go. And here his team comes. Not that it would have been an issue, but regardless, a lot of people sometimes complain that, oh, the enemy team has 6 engineers on last, and they all have level 3s. Like, why can't I break this? And the answer is because you allowed half of the enemy team to go engineer and build there. If you were a spy and you were to occupy the same space, they couldn't fucking do it. All right, moving on. That's enough of Gray, so thanks to him. I don't think we've seen him too much. It's gonna be my bad. A guy who's back in action and ready for more. So this is gonna be Landfall, my favorite King of the Hill, King of the Flag map. It's so good. Gonna face stab a scout and then run back to the dispenser. All right, so we're gonna go and get the enemy. I mean, despite Sap'n Stab, you still gotta do the objective. I mean, that's a given. And here we go. So let's go and sneak past and okay. Alright, so as a spy, you can maybe get one of these guys. Two tops. If you try anything. There's 2 guns, there's heavies and soldiers on defense, and they also got a teleporter going through the roof. But you can actually go on the roof there if you just jump. If you just look, if you go up here, up there, you can jump there, and then jump to the roof. So you don't actually need a teleporter. However, teleporter saves you some time. What you could do, you could go through the teleporter being invisible, but the teleporter is actually only level 1, and he can't actually stand on top of it, which makes it pretty difficult. So there's a pyros here as well, and keep in mind there's so many red dudes here that if he tries to do anything, he's gonna die. He will need backup from his team to do anything because there's just so many players. Like, he's so outnumbered. You can see there's nothing happening from his team here. Welcome to TF2 pubs, and then they destroy the teleporter, so he can't even get there anymore. So what do you do here? If he decloaks, he gets seen and then shot. If he stabs anybody, everybody will know, and there's guns everywhere. There's 3 level 3s. Like, how? How do you deal with this? It's impossible. Like, nobody... There's a heavy there as well, and there's soldiers on the roof. This intel is going nowhere unless the enemy team comes in with, like, an Uber or something, but half the enemy team, blue team... Oh, here we have a spy. Alright, so if... Okay, that's the plan. If everybody defending can just kill themselves without us doing anything, then we should be good. We should be golden. There goes the soldier. They're still defending. Man, isn't this a lot of fun? There's nothing happening. Alright, so he's moving out. Can't touch the intel. He gets whipped, and then he goes and tries to get the NG. And... if you thought there were going to be a big payoff, yeah, there isn't. Because sometimes it's just impossible, no matter what you do. What will you need to break this? I'd say... If you had 4 people to coordinate, you'd need 2 Ubers, 1 heavy and 1 demo man to just destroy everything. Other than that, I don't see it happening. Or 3 airstrike soldiers, as someone says in there. Airstrike is pretty good. Oh, what is this? Powerhouse. It's still my bad. Here he is. It's Vidi. He doesn't even run with his legs in the beginning. He just kind of farts forward. So he disguises quite cleverly as a friendly medic. And now they think, oh, there's a medic. Fucking get him. He's an idiot. And then you just go. Cloak. And they probably saw the thing, but it doesn't matter because we're now behind him. They will never expect a stab from a shot in the back. That's right. Okay, so spy, huh? I'm not gonna spend any time getting that guy. Alright, there we go. The enemy team doesn't have a lot. Random crits are fair when we get them. Everyone wants random crits to be disabled, but if you remove random crits, it will be what's happened to auto balance when auto balance went out the window, and we have what we have now. So it's actually needed, believe it or not. But you won't believe me until it's gone. So here we have something that's actually related to the episode. So stab that guy, sap, 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 and run the wrong way, because you have to capture the last. The teleporter is still active, and then he remembers his objective: stab the fat man, get the revenge, and then he's actually gonna cap on Powerhouse. You're gonna cap? I can't even talk. Gonna cap on Powerhouse? Oh no, a medic! Shit! Well, that didn't work. I'm gonna hide back here. Keep in mind he doesn't have the Invis Watch, so he has to rely on pickups to stay cloaked. And then we have an epic battle of epic proportions out there. Uh-oh. And they didn't see him. So the way that they defended the last point from being capped by a spy was that they left it alone. Okay, so there you go. 2-0. Cool, great. So if you're the only guys defending the last point on Powerhouse and there is no one else there, if you want the game to end, just do what these guys do and be like, well, I can't see the spy. I guess he's gone forever. And then they left. And then they lose. If you leave, you lose. That's what happens. All right, so this is going to be the last from my bad, and this is actually on Turbine. And if you've ever played Turbine, you know the sad reality is that people can't play it. They just go in the middle, and then they shoot each other, and then they forget that there's this whole objective that ends the map eventually. But my bad, he knows. And of course, the other team is like, well, you know, we don't want him taking the intel, so we're just gonna build guns, lots of guns. So there we have him. He's working on the gun. He's hiding in the corner. There's only one engineer. He's very busy, just backing up the buildings. There he goes. Let's go for Sap. And then the repair, and then the spy comes in, and no, they know he's still there. There's a scout too. It's in our team. He needs some kind of distraction, so he's just gonna harass these engineers. Now there's 2 of them. They're multiplying. So there you go. Gets the kill on that building. That's a lot of metal wasted for the engineer that he has to spend rebuilding. There's another spy, so maybe they think he's there, and stab. He was disguised as a sniper, so he did run as fast as a sniper. So he didn't quite do it, but there's only a level 1 gun, but there's 3 dudes here, 3v1, and they may or may not know he's there, but there's another spy, obviously. So what will we do other than get, okay. Ooh, gotta be hiding. Oh, dude, he almost hit you there. We're gonna hide at the dispenser and leech some health. All right, nice. Doesn't even notice we bumped him. Okay, so sap, and should probably go for the stab because we have an incoming soldier here. But luckily, oh, comes a spy in. Outplayed. Oh, go to the health pack. Man, you could probably coordinate that a lot better with the soldier who just kept the sap on. Now the gun's level 3, and not sure what happened to the soldier. Sap. It keeps happening. Hide behind the building, Sap. Keeps happening. Keeps happening. Yes. Get the intel. Run. No, the railing. I missed the health back. No. No. Oh, dude. It was so close. Oh. Should email Val and be like, hey, the railing on turbine really screw the pooch on me. So I need might need you to like lower it a bit so I can just step over it easily. So the next one is gonna be Amadeus, and he's gonna be playing on Swiftwater, a map that should be in 2 maps. I think it's too long. But regardless, here he is going forward and towards last, which might have an engineer infestation pretty quickly. But he remembers that he has to do more than just do that, so there's an easy kill. And then he hasn't been spotted. Oh, a Razorback, huh? Let me just remove the Razorback and then shoot you. Aren't you glad you didn't have Girardi or SMG to defend yourself against the impendable doom and death that comes when you're not being pocketed by a medic and having coordination with a heavy and a demo to protect you at all times? Yeah, it sucks, but oh, look at this. Haha, we have some prey. We are going to stalk, so the engineer doesn't even know what he figures. Are you gonna... Oh, he moved. Well, I'm gonna go for a sap. And then... Oh, the stab failed. We're bleeding. Grab the health. Shoot the... Yes. Nice. Alright, so we're gonna leave the dispenser for now. Because we're gonna need some health from it. And the engineer's back. And we're using the regular cloak. Regular Invis watch. And there's... Oh, Pyros. Okay. Soldier comes in, and he's gonna be the distraction. We need to miss the stab and get it twice. Oh, the Matador corner, whatever you call that, stabbed, outplayed because the guy's sensitivity was awful, which allowed us to get the stab. All right. And also it's a pyro, so you can probably see where he was going. All right, so we've been successfully negating any kind of sentry from going up. There we go, stabbing in again, stabbing that guy at 13 health. Shoot the pyro. Oh, sniper. Oh, well. Think we're gonna win? Victor. Hey! We did it. So I think that was a much better example of actively doing stuff. Like he wasn't just shooting teleporters. That's what he was doing. So, moving on, we're gonna look at probably one of the worst maps in the entire game, which is Junction. How do you push Junction last? The answer is you don't. You have a cameo by Christian Ma. Is I guess essentially what you do. And then you're gonna capture last. Start off by stabbing a scout that doesn't know what he's doing, and holy shit. Sentry, how?
You failed me! And come, how is this possible? How is this possible?
How do you even do this? There's just so, like their spawn is right behind them and they just have so much stuff just all in there, and you can't jump because they put a fucking roof over the entire thing. And the control point is just like, oh yeah, if you want to be a devilman and just shoot pipes, don't worry, we have walls to just ricochet the bombs into. You're guaranteed to hit whatever is dumb enough to try and capture. So he goes for a couple of saps, get the mini sentry and a teleport. Oh fuck, they put a dispenser in the stairs too. Wow. How do you deal? Alright, so we're gonna leech some health. And then another guy runs past us. Fuck it, alright, so we're just gonna have to brute force this. You're gonna stab and sap. And sap and shoot rather. No! No. Okay, retreat. Get health from your pocket medic, who has a fitting name. Then, gonna go back. And... How do you push this? There's just chokes everywhere. Everywhere's a choke. We got sap this. Sap that. Sap that. And, sap it again. Sap this, sap this. Just run around and sap. Sap this down here. Keep tapping. Oh. impossible. Very impossible. So the next one is last is from Amadeus, and it's competitive. Competitive spy play. And by competitive, I mean this is a lobby, right? That's why you have the timer, and you're gonna have to push last. All right, let's go. Rock and roll. So this is Highlander, one of each, so that means everybody's gonna know what they're doing, and everyone's good. Including this sniper, he has overheal, and didn't hear him, but 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you died. So Razorback doesn't actually save you from spies unless you are with someone else. And there's the medic, and here we have the deal, which is to stab the medic, and sap the gun, stab the NG, and sap this, and okay. Got it. Nice.
Easy operation.
Got it, nice and good. So, stab the demo. Shoot the medic. Aww. And one guy is like, I want to stop playing on server because the team is bad. Alright, so the last one of the user submitted ones, I forgot to include title, but we'll see together what is up. Alright, it's this one. Just playing on a community server. That's why you have all this fancy text and stuff. He's using skin for the knife. He is on defense, so he's supposed to stab the blue. Let's see if that's what he's gonna do. Alright. So, yeah, this one is pretty clever. So he goes around the side here. He's pretty weak, so he's gonna go and grab the health. Looks for the medic. Oh, well, they know he's a spy, so he's gonna go and just be a bit indecisive for a bit. And he's not even gonna stab the scout, because that would alert people to his presence. You can see the demo still thinks he's there, so grab this. And yeah, that's a pyro followed by a medic, so you don't want to touch those. Just yet checking his back. And oh, an unprotected teleporter. That's the first time. That's a new kind of teletrap. He didn't actually telefrag him. He just kind of killed him when he killed him when he was standing on it. That's pretty smart, I guess. The revolver is good. And yeah, got the medic too. He can die now. And then he did. Alright, so. Doing well with the tools provided. So. The next one is the finale. And I wonder if this was me or someone else. Yeah, this is me. Alright, so this is on Barn Blitz. You can see in this that I was here earlier. That was a sniper with the special strats, the Plizzino backstab for anyone who follows me. So this is actually kind of interesting. Hold on, I just gotta... Yeah, okay. So, here we have a nice little sentry nest. So I'm just gonna sap, 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 sap. Sap all the buildings. Aha! Stab, sap. Sap, 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 sap. Sap this. Ooh, low on health. Alright, so we sapped all that. Alright, so we're not done sapping. We're gonna go back. Oh, you got hit. Well, there's a lot of health to be leached from this. And, oh, good. They got sentries down here, too. They got sentries everywhere. Oh, more sentries. All right, so stab, sap, stab, sap, sap, sap. All right, so you sap that one. All right, you go down. I go downstairs. Sap, sap, sap. Space. Spies do your job. Yeah, sure. I'll just do my job. Sure. Wait, what? Did it? What happened? Did the game freeze? I have to restart TF2. It fucking froze. Man, did that ruin the pacing and everything? Jesus. Like, it actually froze the game. Whatever I was doing. Spez. Spez. Do your job. I pressed enter, you idiot. It didn't work. The game actually froze. All right, so let's just fast forward quickly. What? Why is it black? Okay, there's the audio. Why doesn't it show? Oh, there it is. All right, so we go up and we just fucking sap everything. And then the guy gets mad. It's like, Spez, do your job. It's like, oh, yeah, fuck it. I'm just sitting on my ass doing nothing. And then sap this, we fucking everything. The other guy's like, we're on it. And then I ran down and died. All right. And to people who said, press enter, hit escape, I did all that. And it didn't work because it froze. All right. So now with the salt out of the way, that was the Sap'n Stab episode. So got enough examples of what I wanted, I guess. So basically, like, the reason they all went down to the spies was that they was just engineers and there wasn't a single pyro. If they would have had a pyro or a soldier or any other class that knows how to shoot, it would not have worked. Because spies aren't that good against sentries. Only sentries? Sure, great. Sentries plus whatever, anything else, not so good. So with that, I'm going to announce what we're going to be doing next week. I can't fucking talk for some reason. So what we will be doing next week is the medic episode. And I thought about this, what I wanted to do. Because we have covered every single item in the game on the show. So there really isn't anything more to analyze and check. But what I've been seeing a lot lately is that some people go like, oh, you should use the quick fix. The quick fix is so good and you should like use it all the time. And then I play with it in pub, and then we just can't make the push because the quick fix isn't good enough. And I yell at the medic, like, please use Uber. We need an Uber to break this. Like, no, because some other YouTubers said that the quick fix was like the best shit ever. And then eventually I get him to switch to Uber, and we fucking destroy them the first time. Right. So it's going to be... It's not going to be a quick fix hating episode. It's going to be an episode that's called A Medigun That Matters. So basically, you play medic with whatever loadout you like, whatever medigun, whatever, anything goes. However, your choice of medigun has to matter. So what you could include, let's say you're playing quick fix, and you try a push, doesn't work, you die, you switch to something else, and then it works. All right? So that's what I want to see. I want to see maybe some failures and then the success later in different demos or in the same demo. It's up to you. So you can just use whatever medigun you want and we'll see if it makes a difference of you having that. So I'll be critiquing your choice. And if I see a vaccinator or quick fix push into a sentry nest, I will be very sad.